I have a shit story.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I knew it.
Tell me more.
This is, I mean, I think this could be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. I was 14. I was in 8th grade, so middle school, not quite high school yet. And my grandparents, they lived on Long Island. We were visiting. We had like Chinese food or something. And we lived in New Jersey, and it was about an hour and change to get back home. And we had a Chrysler Town and Country minivan, okay? It's a 2, 4, 7-seater. So you have the two fronts of the seat, driver, passenger, and then 2 seats behind those seats, and then a bench in the back. I need you guys to understand.
A bench? What? A bench?
Like a 3-person.
Every good shit story needs. You have to understand the full geography.
If this car drops you off at Demorge's charter plane,
wait, I just want you guys to understand.
Buzz.
You guys. So my dad's. So that was an option, but we didn't have the wood paneling. My dad was driving. My mom was in the passenger seat. My brother, who was 2 years younger than me, so he was 12, was sitting behind my mom, who's in the passenger seat. My sister is in her car seat, so she's 9 years younger than me, so she's like 5. And then I'm behind my brother in the back seat, and the three on the row.
big family.
Yeah, in the very back of the minivan.
and you're 14 years old.
14.
Like if this story culminates in you diarrheaing in a fan, and we are supposed to be laughing because we realize your sister got hit first, we have a right to go. We didn't retain the bird's eyes.
That's fine.
Okay.
But just so you understand, like, I'm in the very back, and
You're in the
my
back.
siblings are in the middle, and my parents are whatever.
You got a big family.
Yeah,
you're in the back.
No, whatever. It's visceral for me because it's
Right.
like it's haunted me.
Literally.
So we're driving back to New Jersey from Long Island, and my stomach starts hurting, and I'm like, oh no, this could be potentially bad. I think I could maybe wait it out, but there's so much traffic on the Cross Bronx, and it's like not great areas driving through, and I'm starting to go like, hey, like, can we stop? And my mom, I'm sorry? Like northern Jersey, Morris County. From Long Island.
At least eat the mic if you're gonna. Demorge's New York thoroughfare bullying him. He's like, you took the Bronx from the tunnel at the Lincoln.
It's like a Saturday.
No, it's just like
It's like a Saturday
I
night
can
or
hold
something.
it that far to more.
Well, but I was a kid. I felt like I could. I just felt like,
understood.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom soon.
Just know that that's a
You guys took
long
Fountain
way.
after 4.
What?
Nothing.
That's an LA version.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So we're driving, and I'm like, okay. I think I might have to go to the bathroom. Can we stop somewhere soon? And my dad and my mom are going, look, we're stuck in traffic, and this is not a great area to stop anywhere. It's late at night already. We don't know what's going to be open. Just try to hold it. You'll be fine. And I was like, okay, I'm holding it. We keep going. We're getting closer to like the George Washington Bridge, which takes you from New York to New Jersey.
and now are your siblings there tuned in? Are they merciful? Are they going like, poor Levy? Or are they like, hey, buddy?
No. I mean, I'm not yet complaining to the point where it's a problem.
Or
You've
cleared your throat at this point.
Yeah, I'm voicing what's happening a little bit, just like, hey, just a heads up.
Well, there was a conversation, though, where they said, could you hold it? And they knew it wasn't number 1. They knew it was number 2.
Yeah. I was like, look, I really got to go.
So then your siblings aren't like, this guy, there's a kid in the car that needs to take a shit
I'm not
so
proud
bad.
I'm not
I mean,
it didn't hit that point yet. It didn't hit like...
Maybe it's a loving family. Maybe it's a loving family.
So we're getting closer to the bridge, and then it starts to really hit me, and I'm like sweating, and I'm like, okay, this is... we have to stop. We have to stop somewhere, and we're stuck in traffic. And we're about to hit the George Washington Bridge, and there's nowhere to stop.
And George Washington famously, I do feel this is important. I don't want to Sorkin you.
Yeah.
George Washington cannot tell a lie.
Yeah.
Continue.
And didn't he cross some water?
He crossed the Delaware.
So I'm like, I'm not going to make it. And my mom's like, everything's gonna be okay. You're okay. Don't worry. I'm so sorry. It's gonna be okay. And my dad's like, you gotta make it. You gotta make it. Give us like 10, 15 minutes.
Wait, is your mom saying if you shit your pants it's cool, and your dad's like you can make it, or are they both just
they're just trying to be.
He's saying hold the line.
Right.
Yeah, my dad's like, you got it. Like,
He's like,
just
you
hold
got
it.
this, soldier.
We're almost over the bridge and we could stop.
Are you rocking back and forth?
Yeah, I'm. Like I could feel it just like ready to burst, like and my stomach is killing me, and I'm rocking, and I'm sweating.
You're crowning.
I unbuckled my seatbelt.
There's no crown. It's just.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. My mom gives me. She goes. She's like, here's a plastic bag just in case you need to. And I was like, what? And it's like this. It's like a
sandwich bag.
Smaller. It's like a medium size like. Marshall's bag, you know that like the clothing
like
store.
is that plastic handles?
T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, it's got the plastic handles.
Well,
yeah,
that's kind of actually okay.
That's better than like a Ziploc.
I get this as an option.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh no, like I can't.
Because you could theoretically.
And then then I put the plastic bag under me, and it was dark. It's night out, so I can't see
Are people
anything.
teasing you at this point? Or are they on your
No,
side?
they're all like, God, we hope he
one.
fucking makes it because this is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, no one wants to. Yeah, everyone's on your team now.
Yeah.
Your brother wasn't laughing his ass off?
No, he was like, Jesus, this is so embarrassing for him.
Oh,
This is
my God.
awful.
What I'm looking for is there's an older brother earlier who's like, ha ha, you have to shit.
No,
and now
I'm
that
the
brother's
older
like,
brother.
come on, buddy, you can do it.
I'm the older brother. And
Okay.
so I'm like, I'm so sorry. I can't hold it. And everyone's like, no. And then it's just like,
Oh, my God.
I pull my pants down. And then I'm like, and then it's just, and then I get
How
the bag.
How old are you?
I was 14.
14.
I was way too old
This
for
is
this
like
to be
6
happening.
months ago.
Yeah. And
This is 3 months
the
from you
bag
moving
is
to LA.
underneath me, and my mom the entire time is going, "It's okay, it's okay." I start shitting, and it's the worst diarrhea noises you've ever heard in your fucking life. And
Dad just turns up the radio.
She seems to have an invisible touch. She takes control and Sally tears you apart.
And my mom's just going, "It's okay, I'm so sorry, honey. Like, this is the worst. I'm sorry we couldn't stop." And it's just diarrhea flowing out of me, and the worst noises. And I just remember my brother going, "Oh my god," and my sister going, "Ew, it smells." She's fucking 5 years old.
Yeah.
Ew, open a window. And my dad opening a fucking window.
Well,
she
of
was
course,
so
open
smart.
a window. Your
She was
sister's
so
right.
Yeah.
Like, who thought seal
But it's
us in?
But it's like freezing winter time. It's like 20
no one
degrees
cares. If George Washington had been watching, he'd be like, open all the windows.
So, I mean, this happens. I felt like an eternity. And then finally the pain. But then it's like, you can't sit down back on that seat. Also, like, you have nothing to fucking wipe with.
There's no napkins.
I don't know. Maybe she gave me some
you're just
tissues
holding a
or
bag
something.
full of diarrhea up against your butt for the rest of the ride.
It was explosive. I have no idea, like, what happened.
And there's no spots on the
I'm just,
bridge
like,
to just pull over.
No.
Even just
you're
for
trapped.
You're trapped. And I'm just hovering over, and then we finally get over the George Washington Bridge, and my dad gets off, and he like makes a right, and we get to this KFC to assess the damage, and we turn on the lights, and it's just I maybe got, like, if I was lucky, 60% in the bag.
Oh!
And not only that, but and it was like it was all over my boxers and everything. I just remember my dad taking the bag out of the car with my boxers and just throwing it in a dumpster behind KFC, and then we just drove home silently.
I only just wanted to be at the Nordstrom's that the bag came from.
The Marshalls.
So yeah,
and we get home, and my mom is just like, I'm so sorry that happened. And she's like, why don't you go upstairs and just like clean off and like go lie in bed? And she cleaned the back seat of the car because I missed so much of the bag.
What a sweet.
And it was traumatizing, and my family will never forget that it happened.
But they all laugh at it. You're
every
the
once in a
older
while
brother.
we'll bring it
So
back
you don't
in.
have any older siblings? You're the
No,
oldest?
I'm the oldest,
So
yeah.
Jordan's
2 years younger than me, yeah.
Wow.
And my sister's 9 years younger than me. So I'm like,
And that's it's just the three. But so so now everybody remembers it. Now it's funny. Like it's not like it causes you pain to remember it, right? Except to the point where you transport back. You're like,
I own that story. It was embarrassing at the time. It's like, you're trying to like.
I can't believe the little brother wasn't fucking dying.
No, he was just like.
If Jeff Schraub was taking a shit in the back seat, I would have been dying laughing.
Yeah, but not when you started to smell it, though. That's his little sister. She's like, it stinks. She's like, I get it now. There's consequences.
I mean, like, it fucking.
And then someone's like, roll down a window. Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Your family sucks. Just kidding.
I love my grandparents. I call them once a week. I talk to my mom every day.
All right, ass face.
But also my dad.
You know what?
died,
Also, you shit in bags.
Why couldn't they just stop dead on the bridge?
No, the tunnels. There's nowhere to stop. Yeah.
No, you stop.
It's the bridge. But
then throw the bag of diarrhea out into the bridge.
Yeah,
That's awful, right?
Like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer?
You stop on the bridge, and then you get out, and then you shit outside of your upholstered car.
with all the cars,
With just cars.
slowly
What are they gonna
passing by.
do?
Dude, I don't think it's legal for me to diarrhea on the George Washington Bridge.
I don't
Into
think
the-
there's
into the
anyone
water.
going to
Imagine the car's going 10 miles an hour. It's not. You're imagining.
It's also 20 degrees and it's probably going to freeze.
Well,
as
if
soon
they
as
were
it
at
hits
all
air.
stopped, it
They're
just seems.
not. Well, they're not at all stopped. It's a big long bridge, and imagine them going like the speed of a.
But I feel like there's stops and starts, with traffic. And it just seems like if you're stopping at all, then you just stop and be like, it's going to take a minute instead of 10 seconds.
Hey,
I think if
Talk
there
to
were
him. Tell him.
if there were any other option than him shitting in a bag in the back seat, I think they would have taken that option.
I don't think they took us seriously, and that's why the situation unfolded the way it did. I think there were options on the table that were not fully
the
explored.
options were to pull off in the Bronx and like try to find a.
No, you just
local-
stop.
well, that you should have done.
Well, no, if you-
but
no, but
once
if
you're
you
on the
tried
bridge, you
to.
tried to make it onto the bridge. You've got our sympathies once you're on the bridge.
If you pull off,
Right.
if
Don't
you,
tell us you weren't willing to take a shit in the Bronx, or you become the
No,
villain.
I was willing,
No,
but it was
he
late. It was like
loves-
10 o'clock at
But-
night. So
but-
where do you? They don't know, and it's like
well, then the answer's
they
anywhere.
could not pull over in the Bronx because Judgment Night was still in theaters.
Dennis Leary
Dennis
would
Leary's gonna
still
be
come for
fucking
you.
on your ass.
But no, I mean, I'm just saying, as much as it might be the case, like a bridge, everyone's like, I get it, the bridge. Spencer is fascinating me because he's picturing the bridge in a very nuanced way.
Well,
He's
the
like,
thing
"Look,
about
it's a
cars, the thing about a car in front of you is it's an impassable obstacle. You can't drive through a car because it's not obeying traffic laws. You simply have to stop. So if they had to shit that bad so that you stopped your car in the middle of traffic, the cars behind you would stop. It wouldn't instantly cause a car wreck.
At any age, 14 years old till now, would rather shit in the car with my family than get out and shit in front of a bunch in New York.
I also still think I think
certainly
you're
should.
20
On a
degree
bridge.
weather.
You're picturing bumper to bumper
Fortunately,
or like
it was
stop and
pre-iPhone
start
days.
traffic. It's like there's a medium split there where it's like, look, it's like a conveyor belt. You're not gonna let your kid go out. It's like
Couldn't
you're
you
basically
just sat
moving,
on the edge
but
of
you're
the-
moving across
the
a big, long
bridge?
bridge.
And get a newspaper and just kind of, find a way to. Because
I wasn't that confident.
This
That's
was
my
this is
fourth line item.
You're saying this was a town and country minivan, right? Yeah. Sliding door? Couldn't you just hang it out the side?
like you're
Yeah.
painting the
And
yellow
then just
line
so
on the.
See, if
But all
we were
on
your
the side of the
family,
car.
this would be
like you'd shotgun the
handled.
first base line.
If
And
your
this is-
family had been Spencer's, you would have been. They would have like said, "Look, we're going to stop the car."
We got options here.
The kid goes out, takes a shit in the snow on the side of the George Washington Bridge, and people who honk, like the Spencer in the front, like goes back and goes like, "Look, the kid is having diarrhea. Would you rather him have it in my car?" And then they keep honking, and the dad goes, "Keep honking. It won't make his diarrhea."
Right,
go."
exactly. This is exactly what I expect to be happening,
Huh.
and everyone's fine.
And then the kid, the upside of that is that the kid gets back in the car, and he's like, "My dad fucking loves me.
I mean,
he's got my back.
either
Against society."
Either way, I was going to diarrhea. It's just how much
How much
were we
going to
put out
into
everybody
the
else?
car?
Yeah.
Do we take on that burden ourselves or share it with the rest of the George
it's
Washington
New
Bridge?
York, Spencer. Surely you understand, like,
Right, people are shitting everywhere already.
No, the New York has it's got a schedule. New York, you got you got the uptown, you got the midtown.
No, but
you
that's
got
the thing. He gets out, and then people are like, honk, 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 and he's like, I'm shitting over here, right?
Well, that's.
Hey, I'm shitting here.
But you guys are
here.
You guys are referring to a man who didn't stop. He said, "I'm walking here." That means I'm getting out of your way here.
Right.
I'm almost through. You can't say I'm shitting here. That means I'm staying here. If Dustin Hoffman's line in Midnight Cowboy had been, "I'm standing here," that movie would have ended 20 minutes into it.
Would have been better.
Well, yeah, I've never seen it, but I understand it to be pretty boring. Isn't it just two guys like running around doing drugs and